What's good, YouTube? So, I took a lot of phone space to make this video, but a lot of people have been asking for an ice cream bread video, and rather than, I'll do the deep fried chicken episode, or video, whatever you want to call it, when I can, but instead of trying to do all of them in one video, I'll just do one recipe now and then one recipe whenever. Okay, so people on YouTube have been asking me to do an ice cream bread video. And I'll show you how easy it is to fucking make. It's not difficult. You literally need 2 ingredients. Yeah. I'll take you into my kitchen and I'll show you how to make ice cream bread and go into a bit more detail with it. Before I do that, though, I'm going to finish this cigarette here. Now, when I show you how to make the ice cream bread, you can use any flavor you want, really. You can even do combinations of flavors, too. So the only limit, really, is what flavor you want. You know, if you don't want to go too crazy, you can use a basic vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry. But, yeah, let's say if you wanted to get Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ice cream and cookie dough ice cream, you could use both those flavors to make one bread really easily. Now, I'll need a mixing bowl to mix all my 2 ingredients, and of course I'll need a pan to bake it in, and all that will be in the video, of course. I'll show you how to make ice cream bread. Like I said, I'm going to use whatever ice cream I have on hand, which happens to be an Oreo ice cream, so, yeah. This dessert is really easy to make. You don't have to be a cooking genius or a 5-star chef to make it. But the question is, does it taste good? The answer is abso-fucking-lutely. You know, you have maybe like 3 to 4 different flavors of ice cream that you like. And I'm going to show you how to make the ice cream bread so you'll get why you can use multiple flavors or just one if you don't want to go too crazy with it. Well, for starters, you're going to want to melt your ice cream to a liquid form and then pour some of that into a mixing bowl, and then you basically add self-raising flour and you want to mix it till it's nice and really thick and doughy. And then you want to take a bread tin or bread dish, and normally what I do is I take a stick of butter and I rub the stick of butter on the outside, or not the outside, excuse me, the inside of the dish so it wouldn't stick. But you can use cooking spray too; it works just fine. And you don't need a whole lot, just enough, just so when you break the bread, it doesn't stick. Yeah. I have like maybe 5 bands on my phone right now, so I have all this space on my phone to record a super long ass video. That's normally where I sit and film videos. People are asking for, tours of the apartment and shit, and I can do one more tour before I do a cooking video. Yeah. Oh shit. A cigarette ash on my shirt. God damn it. Alright, right here is my dining room. And here's the kitchen. There's the chair, the computer where I film the videos. There's my guitars. Basic living room. And then if you go in here, there's yeah. Right here is just a very basic walk-in closet, and then right here is the bathroom. Yeah, that's basically it, YouTube. I mean, that's what you see is what you see, you know. Okay, almost done with the cigarette. One of these bread tins is going to have to be washed out right quick so I can... Now, the mixing bowl is already washed, so that's not a big deal, but which bread tin do I want to use, though? Yeah, ice cream bread is super tasty, super easy to make. You know, if you're getting invited to a party at a last minute and it was kind of short notice, you know, and excuse me, and if it's last minute and you know, you got time to make something simple, yeah. I'll probably go with this one on the bottom right here because it's bigger. Oh no, I know the one on the bottom's the biggest, but this will be just fine for a loaf. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna wash out that bread pan real quick. So I'm gonna set the camera down right here. Okay, YouTube, now that you have a clean dish to make your bread in and shit, dry it off real quickly here. Now that you got a dish to bake this shit in, now we're going to go over to the oven. Timer, we're going to set it that'll heat it up, and then we want bake. Bake it at 420 degrees and set the timer for an hour and 8 seconds. And while the oven heats up, we'll go ahead and mix the batter and everything. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you don't have butter, because I'll take like a stick of butter and just go around to the inside of it, and on the bottom, just like that, rub the butter stick into it, you know. If you don't have butter, cooking spray, just a light coating, you don't need to go heavy with it. Yeah, self-raising flour, and of course, your ice cream. We grab our scissors and open up our ice cream. Now basically you want to make this a nice doughy consistency so it takes on, you know, bread dough basically. Yes. And if you want to add different flavors of ice cream, you know, you get like 1 or 2, 3 to 4 different flavors. Make sure they're all melted before you add them to your mixing bowl. And then you add a little bit of each one, as much as you want, and then, you know what I'm saying? But you want the flour consistency to be a bit more than the ice cream, you know what I'm saying? Pop the son of a bitch open. Yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look tasty? There's a layer of plastic on the outside. Just going to take that off like that. Alright. This is the Breyer's Oreo Blast ice cream right there. Okay. Now I want to go over to our mixing bowl. And set the mixing bowl down here just like that. Oh. Okay, here's the mixing bowl. Here's the ice cream. We're going to need a spoon to mix it with. Take the biggest spoon I got here. And yeah, we're going to take this ice cream. We're going to spoon it into the bowl here. See how it tastes. Yep. That's dank. If you're making this for a party, then don't be eating out of the same spoon you're mixing it with. It's unsanitary, but I'm making this for myself and for a YouTube video, so I'm not worried about it. Alright. Scoop a bunch of ice cream into the bowl. And then we're going to melt it in the microwave. Hold on a second. I need 2 hands for this scooping job. Okay. Now that you got all your ice cream in there, I'm going to stick this in the freezer. And microwave, melt the ice cream, pretty straightforward. Put the ice cream in the microwave for 4 minutes. That should melt all that up quite nicely. And then, if that batter's, like, if I made too much ice cream batter, I can always wash out a second bread dish or bread tin, whatever you want to call it. I can always wash out a second one and use it as well and make 2 loaves. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, ice cream bread is easy to make, delicious, you know. Yeah. And let's just say the more melted the ice cream is, the easier it'll mix. And I got some self-raising flour, but like about that much. So I didn't have a whole lot. Let's see how much do I actually have left. Yeah, I don't. I have a little bit left in this one right here. So we'll take this one and stick it in the cupboard. Anyway. And if I need any more flour, let's see. Yeah, got about that much left in the bag. That theoretically should be enough. But if it's not, you know, you don't want to add too much self-raising flour though, because you know it'll just get really, really too floury and it just won't taste right. There are exact measurements. Normally you do like 2 cups of ice cream and 1 1/2 cup of self-raising flour. But I don't really use measurements when I'm making my ice cream bread, just because the ingredients are, it's so simple to combine together. 1 minute and 54 seconds. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Is that melted up? Yeah. Do it for another minute and then half a minute and 6 seconds. I meant to hit continue with it and then frickin' I hit the cancel button. Oh well. I should warn you though that this dessert is so easy to make, so delicious, and if you're on a diet or trying to watch your figure, this is one of those desserts that, yeah. When I get it to about 4 minutes, it'll be melted. Alright. So 4 minutes in the microwave, your ice cream's melted. Give it a nice good stir. Stir it real good when it's out of the microwave. Get all that stuff melted up. And after it melted, it looked like a lot of ice cream when I stuck it in the bowl, but after it all melted, this might actually be enough for 1 loaf. Alright. Probably should use a measuring cup. Okay, we got, 1 cup. Okay, let's set the camera against the wall here so you can watch me do this. I only need 2 hands for this. Okay, there we go. We got the self-raising flour right here, this open pack that I got. Start off with 2 cups with this. Start off with that and see if you need any more. You really don't want to add too much self-raising flour to this, though. There's cup number 1. And then cup number 2. Alright, I'll start off with 2 cups. Mix that up. And you want the self-raising flour. Okay, the self-raising flour, you want to mix this until all the ice cream is absorbed into the flour. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to add a little bit more to this. I want to add half a cup to this more of self-raising flour. Okay, there we go. So 2.5 cups right there. And you can see that once you start mixing it, it's going to get real doughy and it's going to get real thick. Okay, so this right here is what you're looking for. See how nice and doughy that shit is? That's exactly what you want. Okay, so I'm going to mix this up. I can't mix it with one hand, so I'm going to set the camera down again and mix it up. Mix it up like a mixtape, tape. Mix it up like a mixtape, tape. That's pretty doughy. Okay, you know what? I want to add just a little bit more ice cream to this to even it out. It's too floury, I've noticed. So, that's enough self-raising flour. I'm going to heat this up in the microwave and then just dump some in there. Just a little bit more ice cream in this would make it right, because it's doughy, but it's still a little too floury, and there's a lot of flour on the bottom of this that, yeah. But this is looking just about right. The texture is nice and doughy. But I'm going to add just a little bit more ice cream to this, because this is kind of too. The dough itself is, I can already tell you, it's way too floury. So we're going to take just a little bit more ice cream and we're going to add it to this here. But yeah, that ice cream bread dough is looking pretty good. Okay, just a couple seconds in the microwave there. Come on, there we go. Melt some of that ice cream. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, we're gonna need, just a little. We don't need a. Okay, you know what? Let's be smart about this. I don't want to dump the entire thing in there. Let's grab a fork here. Alright, y'all, I'm back. This is That was the oven letting me know it's on. Okay, that's how much more ice cream I added to it. That should be enough ice cream to even out that flour mixture a bit. Okay, let's mix it up. Mix it up, YouTube. This recipe, YouTube, like I said, YouTube, this recipe works for any flavor of ice cream you want. I happen to have Oreo ice cream on hand, so you know the fans have been asking for a long time. The fans have been asking for a long time for an ice cream bread video, and I've been saying to my YouTube fans that I was going to do an ice cream bread video, and now they got the ingredients to make it. I'm not going to waste any more time. Now, the mixture itself is becoming almost impossible to stir, but the consistency of it is thick enough. Alright, take a look at that consistency. I mean, you see how, like, doughy and stretchy it kind of is? Yeah. Some of that flour off the side. Alright, so here's your dough mixture. Pretty straightforward. Now we're going to take our baking dish and transfer this mixture into here. A little bit of cooking spray. We don't need a whole lot, just a couple of quick spurts around the side and the bottom. And then we're going to take all this mixture and just transfer it into there. And transferring your mixture is going to be the difficult part, because I guarantee you that once you've properly mixed this shit right here, this ice cream bread dough batter, this ice cream bread dough is almost like cement. But it's good. You don't need to be a 5-star chef to make this shit. Anybody can make this. Super easy, super quick. You know, you bring this to a party, you know what I'm saying? People are like, oh, what's this? Ice cream bread, you say? Do tell. The concept alone sounds mind-boggling. Okay, try to get as much of that batter out as possible. I have to use another fork for that. Just take this fork and scrape off as much of this as we possibly can. And you're not going to be able to get, you're not going to be able to get 100% of the batter off. But if you get the majority of it off, you're good. Yeah. That's the beauty of being the cook, you get to lick the spoon. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm going to take my spoon, and this is really more for presentation so your bread turns out more nicely. But you take all that batter you just made, and you want to take your spoon and you want to spread that batter, the ice cream bread batter, as evenly as possible throughout all four corners of your bread pan. All you gotta do is take that spoon at this point and spread your ice cream bread batter around all four corners of your bread tin. Nice and easy like. Nice and easy like. And yeah, this recipe is super fun to make too, let me tell you. Great little conversation starter. And really the only limit, YouTube, is what flavor of ice cream you want. You could do, I've done Oreo mint chocolate chip mixed. That was really good. Yeah. Numb. Okay, so I got all that ice cream bread batter spread up on that pan as evenly as possible. And let's see if we can get some more of this batter out of the bowl. Yeah, making ice cream bread is messy. We'll take care of those in a second. But right now, we're going to take our ice cream bread and we're going to drop it in the oven. By the time it's gotten to 44 seconds on the stove, it's pretty hot. We're going to bring the temperature of it back up. Not the temperature, excuse me. Blah. We'll bring the time of it back up to 1 hour and 8 seconds. And I'm just going to take this and set it right there. Close the oven door. Now you want to watch this, okay? Periodically check it. You don't want to burn the edges. But at this point, you're done. All you gotta do now is watch it and all that. So yeah, watch it. Make sure it doesn't burn. Yeah. Well, now the least fun part about cooking is, of course, cleaning up after the mess. But it needs to be done. Alright, so what I want to do is move all these dishes out of the sink so I can clean up my mixing bowl. Let that soak. Let that shit soak while I wait for it to get done cooking. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, just get these all. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I want to let. Yeah, we'll just let the majority of these dishes soak in here. Fuck it. All you gotta do, put that thing on the bottom, plugs up the drain. Okay, now I'm going to fill this up with water. A little bit in the sink, a little bit in the bowl right there. Oh, goddamn. Barking spiders. And that batter I made was enough for one loaf, so yeah. And oh, well, there isn't an oven light on the inside of this particular oven, but that don't mean that I can't, open it and periodically check on it. And how do you know when the ice cream bread's done? You stick a fork in it and it comes out clean. That's when you know it's done. Pretty straightforward. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Alright, y'all, those dishes are going to soak. I'll take care of those later. But now it's just going to be sitting here and waiting for this ice cream bread to get done. Yeah. Yeah, that shit looks delicious. It smells pretty good, too. I'm going to try to set the camera down for a second, YouTube. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, YouTube. I was fixing myself a bowl of fucking cereal. Sorry, I couldn't do that with while holding the camera, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Now I want to check on the ice cream bread here. Oh, it smells so good. You see that? It's not done. Not quite. We'll keep that fork handy. Shouldn't be too much longer. Well, I'll eat this bowl of cereal real quick, and then I'll check the bread after the cereal's done. So, crap. I'm trying to find a place to set the camera. Let's see. Oh, here we go. We'll use the back of my coffee mug here. Yeah. Now, the deep fried chicken video, that'll be for another time. But I know a lot of fans on YouTube have been requesting more cooking videos. Look at me, YouTube. I'm a serial killer. Going all Ted Bundy on these Cocoa-Roos. Just kidding, YouTube. My sick sense of humor. Die, cereal, die! This is... Actually, hold on a second. Actually, they're not Cocoa-Roos, they're, the, Cocoa Dino Bites. My bad. And, they're basically... You know, you could spend the same price for a huge bag of the Cocoa Dino Bites, which are basically Cocoa Pebbles. You know, for the price you spend for a big bag, you get maybe one or two smaller boxes. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. You know, I don't remember the last time I've actually had a bowl of cereal, so, yeah. Do you think the ice cream bread will be done when I'm done eating my cereal? Hard to tell. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, these Cocoa Dino Bites are dynamite. That's what I'm saying. YouTube. You get more food for your dollar, and it tastes just the same as the name brand stuff. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so yeah, that's what the cereal looks like. And that's a big ass fucking bag, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. Alright, let's take a look at that bread. Oh, YouTube. That looks and smells delicious. Let's give it a poke. Damn it. No, not quite. Not quite. Not quite. It's getting there, though. Alright, so... Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah. Sucky ass chair. Anyway. Okay, so that's gonna take a little bit longer to cook. It's still pretty doughy. But it should be done here soon. I guess kind of just sit here and bullshit until it's done. So. So, how about them Yankees? Uh, War now. Excuse me. Goddamn barking spiders. Yeah, smoking on a Marlboro Red 100 while I wait. I'm looking outside and I'm seeing some heavy fucking rain clouds, man. I love conjuring rain. He 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 he. Er. I found this recipe while watching the Simple Cooking channel on YouTube, so a shout out to the dude who does that. And I found the recipe so easy to make, and virtually endless options. Really that's all you need. Uh, I don't know, some people might find my sense of humor to be disturbing, but, it's a play on words. Because he's eating cereal. That was a really bad joke, but, not the worst joke I've told. But yeah, this is normally where I film my videos. And you really gotta. Oh, god damn it. Oh, YouTube, the apartment smells of ice cream bread. Boo ha ha ha. It smells kind of good, actually. I'll check it as soon as I finish my cigarette here. Us smokers, man, gotta have a cigarette after we eat. Yeah. Oof, I'm just gassy as fuck in this video. God damn. It doesn't matter what I eat, man. There's just some days I'm just gassy as fuck and I'm ripping ass left and right. And it's like, good God almighty. If the, lack of hours at my job and the social awkwardness, the Asperger's and the lazy eye and the trichoteria and the low self-esteem and no confidence, if all of that hurted my chances of getting a girlfriend, or didn't, I should say, man, the gas will, goddamn. Now, some people are just naturally gassy, and I'm one of those people, man. I get my days where I'm just ripping ass left and right, you know. And, it's time and a place for a good fart, you know what I'm saying? A well-timed fart can bring tears of laughter to people's faces, you know. But an inappropriately timed fart can really gross people out and piss them off. And, I get there's a time and a place kind of thing, but you shouldn't get pissed off at somebody for farting. Everybody does it. So one long ass ice cream bread video just for all my fans. I figured, like I said, instead of, I do the deep fried chicken video separate. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Now, I'm going to have to set the camera down again when it's ready. And I'll get an oven mitt, and I'm going to have to get some tin foil to transfer it to. And, this is how I make my ice cream bread. Pretty straightforward. I should use exact measurements, but I eyeballed it, and you want a nice doughy, thick consistency, and you don't want it to be too floury, you know what I'm saying? But the smell of ice cream bread waffling through the apartment is just tantalizingly, evilly, deliciously teasing. Yes, oh yes, 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 yes. I'm gonna walk over and check on it again. It's at 42 seconds, man. Open the stove. Oh. The smell of ice cream bread making in your kitchen definitely is definitely an inviting smell. There it is, sitting in the oven. Let's give it a poke. Oh, just about, YouTube, just about. It's just about done. There's still a little flake left on there. Well, it's at 40 right now. Or 41, excuse me. Okay, it's at 41, so I'll give it till about... I'd say about... I'll check it at 38. No, actually... I'll give it till 34 seconds left, or 34 minutes. Once it hits the 34-minute mark, it should be done. Okay, there we go. Now it's at 40 seconds. In about 6 minutes, it should be done. Well, I suppose while we're waiting, get our tinfoil ready. I suppose while we're waiting for the ice cream bread to finish up, fucking get our drop the